This remake review, we will be looking at the 2015 remake of Poltergeist. The original was back in 1982, and it was directed by Tobe Hooper, who did movies as The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Funhouse, Tales from the Crypt, and a lot more. The director that did the remake did 2 films prior to this. He did the Monster House, the animation kids movie, and he did another film called City of Ember, which I have not seen that one. And then he did Poltergeist. There was a lot of things that the movies had in common. There was a ton of stuff that it just didn't have in common. My opinion is pretty biased because I was a huge fan of the original. The remake starts off with the family moving into a house, and while in the original the family had lived there, I guess it was implied that the family moved in and was learning about stuff at the property. And in the remake, you uncover the same amount of information that you get in the original. It just comes differently.
Already made arrangements for relocating the cemetery.
The whole neighborhood was built on a cemetery where they only moved the headstones and they left the bodies.
After all, it's not ancient tribal burial ground, it's just people. Besides, we've done it before.
What cemetery?
While in the remake, they have a casual talk about it at a dinner party.
They moved it though.
Yeah. The developers relocated the whole thing to Broxton Park.
Isn't that like, very uncool to move all those bodies and...
Wow, it's not like it was an ancient tribal burial ground.
It's just 10 minutes away. I mean, people can still visit loved ones, but now it's in a nicer neighborhood. Oh, I'm sorry.
The whole movie in the original was set around Carol Ann's abduction. She was forced into the closet, which while in the remake had it to where they dragged a stuffed animal and she followed her. They lured her into the closet. And they had the same purpose happen, except the family was at home versus while the abduction happened in the remake, they were at a dinner party. The tree scene from the original, which was really iconic, it came through the bedroom. Take their son as a distraction for everyone to be focused on that, leaving Carol Ann up in her bedroom. In the remake, it took him, and the parents weren't there. It just it seemed like it was just there because it happened in the original. That's why it was filmed. It was a cool scene. It could have been a lot better, I think. And I didn't really care for how in the remake the parents just casually drive up and they see their child being flung around in the air by a tree and then dropped, and it's just like nonchalantly, oh, what's going on? I think we could be a little concerned.
What the hell is going on?
Another similarity was the famous clown scene. In the original, the clown was more of a child's toy. It was made to look innocent. I think it factored around, clowns have always been looked at as this terrifying thing, and it kind of is. While in the remake, the boy, he finds the clown in a crawl space in his bedroom in the attic where they just moved in, and the clown is terrifying. In the original, we open up to Carol Ann talking to the TV and putting her hands on the TV, the infamous DVD cover. And then in the remake, she doesn't do any talking to the TV until about 24 minutes in, I think.
They're here.
I just feel like the remake was taken to be silly. It wasn't taken serious.
This one's canceled too.
Hey, third one's the charm.
Fingers crossed.
I'm Garriganburg. Now I'm here to
And I'm
flush his
Brooke
punch.
Powell, and we're here to clean house.
I hadn't finished.
Sorry, was that not my cue?
Let's go.
I'm sorry, I'm such a bitch to you, Dad.
Okay, honey, can we talk about it later?
Bert, give her the line!
The house is clean.
Better, come on.
The house is clean.
This house is clean.
Spot that said "Don't watch it alone."
Watch it alone. Don't watch it alone.
Why? Because you'd be bored to death? There was nothing scary about that movie. It had potential, but it didn't live up to the original, and it didn't really even try. The original was just better. I don't know what else to say. The original was... It had an awesome director. It had an awesome cast. I mean, it had feeling. It had scares. It had a few, I guess, laughs if you're into that.
Dad wants us to stay at the Holiday Inn on I-74.
Oh yeah, I remember that place.
You what?
The remake just wasn't... The remake just wasn't any of that. It basically took a great movie and did what remakes do, and it messed it up. Like, it had the same lines, the same scares, but there was no feeling there. There was no emotion. It just wasn't as scary. I mean, there was a lot of things that this remake could have done and explored differently, which it did with the drone and the other side, but it just wasn't scary. And I think it's because they worked so hard on the original to use, I mean, real skeletons in a pool, and they did a lot of, I think it's stop motion filming, while this remake was strictly CGI. And you can see a lot of the CGI effects, and it just takes the scares away.
It's a new, more powerful poltergeist.